Okay, so what we've got here are two different kinds of ultra lightweight shoes. We got the Vibrams and the Solomons. These are the KMD Evo Cross Trainer barefoot toed shoes from Vibram Five Fingers, and then we've got the Solomon Speed Cross 4 Trail Runners. And basically, they're two versions of an ultra lightweight shoe, but they actually both do two completely different things. The toed shoe from Vibram, which I have on, these are just to go light. Okay, you don't need socks. They keep your feet warm when it's cold. They keep your feet cool when it's hot. They protect your feet from the dirt, and they've got kind of these like famous Vibram indestructible soles on them that protect your feet from glass and rocks and what have you. But the issue is if you're traveling far, if you're going to be walking like 10 or 15 miles a day, your feet are going to hurt faster when you wear toed shoes than if you wear regular hiking shoes, because they give the minimum amount of protection from the ground. They're intended to give you the sensation of being barefoot, and so your feet are going to hurt after about 5 miles or 10 miles. Your feet are definitely going to hurt. A remedy to that are these trail runners from Solomon. These are approximately 3 ounces or a quarter pound lighter than any of the other shoes. The other Solomons and North Face shoes that look similar to this are actually heavier. This is a lightweight shoe. It's not meant to be worn without socks, though. You need socks. And basically what it does is it protects your feet from the ground so that you can cover a lot of terrain before your feet start to hurt. Your feet will eventually start to hurt, maybe after, 10, 15 miles, whatever. But this gives a lot of protection from the rocks. It's got this thick, rubbery tread. It's kind of like soccer shoes, but for the trail. And I'm not going to use this on cement. I've got my Vibrams for cement. But I've got these other Solomons. This is for getting in shape. If you're trying to hit the trail to get in shape and you care about how much ground you can cover and you're trying to get out there and sweat and hike up some mountains and summit a couple places and what have you, you want to go with these ultra lightweight Solomons. And so there it is. Basically, there's different kinds of ultra lightweight shoes, but they do different things. I think that the Vibram Five Fingers are a step up from flip flops. There's a few different sandals out there that are in competition with the toed shoes, but I think that the toed shoes give you more protection from the elements. They give you protection from temperatures, either hot or cold, and they give you protection from the dirt and the glass and sharp rocks, what have you. I mean, there are moments when little rocks will get in between your toes, but for the most part, these Vibram Five Fingers, they last a long time, and they protect your feet and make it easy to get out. You don't need socks. They're really light. They pack small. They take up less space in your pack than flip-flops. And the reason for that is flip-flops are longer. Flip-flops kind of stick out to about there, and they're just bigger, And the way that I pick out my Vibrams is I've always liked the Sia running shoe from Vibram, and they don't really sell it anymore, so I got this one, the Evo KMD Cross Trainer. But basically what I was looking for is this area on top of the foot, This is nice and clear. It's just fabric, and that's stretchy and comfortable. When they put the paint on top of the shoe, that's kind of like faux leather, and it prevents the shoe from stretching, and it can even cut into your skin a little bit. And it can be painful, and you can't even wear your Vibram Five Fingers if they're cutting your feet, so there's no point. Most of the Vibrams that are on the website, you got to take a look at them to see, how much detail and how much razzle-dazzle, zigzag lines they have on top of the shoe, because that stuff doesn't stretch, and it can be really uncomfortable. So I always pick out a pair of Vibrams that I can tell are mostly fabric and that stretch a lot. They're just kind of like socks, like toed socks with a really tough Kevlar sole on them. And I just got these in the mail. They're really comfortable. I'm pretty happy with it. I always have the Sias, but these Evos seem cool. I think it's going to be good. I'll wear these. I'll wear my Vibram KMD Evos to work. I'll walk in cement with these, but when I'm trying to get in shape out in the wilderness, I'll wear the Solomon trail runners, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. This is looking good. So this is ultra lightweight shoe basics. We got the Evo KMD Vibram Five Fingers and the Solomon Speed Cross 4s.